Hi, I'm Bonnie McDonald Dixon with the Healthy Wealthy Camper, and today I have Irina Shehovsov, a dear friend, with us today, and she is so amazing. I can't wait to read her profile for you to find out more. So we're here today to do the health for the holidays. Let's not just thrive through this season, but let's, not just surviving, but thriving. So, what I'd like to share with you today is that I've had about 32 years in the natural products industry. Cooking classes, just been hanging out with all the different modalities of healing, and it's just been a grand ride, and I can't wait to share a little bit more with you today on another modality that I've learned all about. And Irina Shehovsov, again, a dear friend. Oh my gosh, listen to this. She's a certified wellness coach. She's a top selling author. She's a LifeWave product manager. She's a data analyst. This woman is so smart. She's a transformation coach. She knows how to get stuff done and help you do it too. She's a podcast host. And guess what? She's a mom and she does so much more. It's unbelievable what this woman can get done.
Thank you, Bunny.
So, Irina, why are we sharing today Health for the Holidays? We've been hanging out together for about a year and a half, and I know you've helped so many people. But can you share, a little bit about why you do what you do and who you like to help?
Sure. I believe life is too short to go on living unhappy. Uh, we have this tombstone with two dashes in between, and life is so short lived. I believe in creating sustainable habits that allow us to thrive as opposed to simply survive, to be truly alive in what we do and how we live. And I think it all starts with health, and it's not just physical health, it's our emotional well being as well. The reason I decided to help people because I found myself at rock bottom and I had to scrape over and start over, kind of reclaim my life after becoming a single parent of two kids unexpectedly and picking myself up. So this is why I decided now to help others who feel stuck, who feel like they are living in a fog of uncertainty, what next step to take, how to reclaim their life, their health, their emotional well-being, and their overall physical health.
And wouldn't you say, Irina, that this time of year for many people can be the most stressful? We've got holiday after holiday and a lot of emotional meaning behind it for some people. And for mothers, you're a mom with teenagers yet, there's always that extra burden of the celebrations, the food, the gifting, all of that going on. And would you say that this can be one of the most stressful times of the year for people?
Definitely overwhelmed, stress, coming on to the end of the year and handling so many things and keeping sanity, keeping
Keeping your
stress.
sanity, of course. Oh my gosh, that's a big one.
Yes,
Oh my
dealing with
gosh.
stress and creating those self-care comes very very important during that time of the year.
I like that. And that's part of what we're sharing today. Now, these are simple things we're going to share, but they're profoundly helpful if you'll take advantage of this information. So, we're going to talk a little bit about why we're sharing is I like to give back to people what I've learned, and we want you to have the best holiday season ever. And we not only want you to absorb this information, but share it, pass it along. It's truly will create a new kind of a holiday season when we're feeling really terrific. And truly, health is wealth. Can't say it enough. I'm 67, and if you're not healthy and you're feeling poorly, life has a can be very dark. And sometimes it's our partner or our children that are not doing well, and it changes the dynamics of everything. Now, I just want to do a disclaimer. This is for your information only, and Irina and I are not here to treat, diagnose, cure any disease or modality or any issues that you have with your doctor, please take this information to your healthcare provider if you have any questions. So, with that, one of the things I like to say, and I think, Irina, you're going to agree with me, maintain your hydration. We tend to go all day long and thought, oh, I should have drank some water today. Irina, what's your tips for people to remember to drink their water?
I say add it to something you already do every day, like you eating every day, right? 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, a good rule of thumb is before you have any meal at all, pour yourself a glass of water and put some pink Himalayan salt. It's not only going to hydrate you quench your thirst, but it's also going to hydrate your cells, because you do want, our body is made up a lot of water, and we want to hydrate those cells because we have better functioning when we have enough water in our body.
Mm-hmm. I know for myself, if my mouth is feeling dry, I'm already dehydrated. You need to think ahead a little bit of sipping the water or drinking the water. And it depends on who you're talking to, but I believe this to be true. You can sip on it all day long. That's one way. I love the idea of 3 times a day, you're already drinking water. But when you first wake up, I like to have a nice glass of water that really starts the day off, and you'll feel better almost immediately. Now, the second slide I put is to hydrate. You can eat your water. Get that. And what do I mean by that? Well, that's if you're eating fruits and vegetables, they have water in them. And something like cucumbers is full of lots of water. And some places you can't get it as much this time of year, but look for a nice juicy cucumber whenever you can, and you can actually put it in your water because it will flavor the water. I call it spa water. Slice a orange, slice a lime, and a cucumber slice. Oh my gosh, it's the best water ever. It just truly, you can make it your water fun. There's also tea, not black tea or green tea necessarily, but there's herbal teas, and you can make a diluted one, and that's kind of nice too. It can give you lots of hydration this time of year. Now, sleeping. Irina, this is a huge one, isn't it? Sleeping. Tell us about sleep.
Yes, sleep is paramount. In fact, it's the fact that you slept or you didn't sleep, it's going to ruin your next day. And it is important. I know we put alarm clocks when you want to wake up, but what if you change that and you put an alarm clock 2 hours before you got to be in bed to sort of prepare your body for sleep and to wind down? Because and avoid, there is a great good evening routine you can create. Avoid watching screens, arguing with people, with your family members. Avoid watching negative news, but do some kind of quiet activity that allows your body to relax. Maybe dim down the lights in your home so that you can prepare your body for sleep.
I have always been a good sleeper myself, but I did what you said. I kind of create a ritual about it. And it's not easy because you want to be tied to the phone, but it's actually when we release it and let it set aside, we can actually pick up a real book if we want to and open it. That'll often put me right to sleep. Creating maybe, like you said, 2 hours before, maybe 30 minutes before, have a cup of herbal tea. That's super wonderful to do that. But at nighttime, what's really cool about sleep is that's when our body rejuvenates itself. And if you get the right amount of rest, your body is so much better the next day. And yeah, we can go a night or two, stay up late, and then go the next day. But we'll really start feeling the ramifications if we do it night after night. So it's super helpful to try to get enough sleep. And sometimes people will do cat naps during the day, and that is okay, but it can it can affect the nighttime sleep. Now, Irina and I are both been around a company that has a couple products we love and adore. And Irina, could you tell us a little bit about your experience with the Alavita and the Eon? And I don't know if you've tried Silent Nights, but can you give your experience with using these wonderful technology products that have no pills, no injections? There's nothing that's going in the body, but yet they help us get this restful sleep. What's your experience with them?
Yes, definitely. I did notice a more profound level of sleep. It is as if imagine having your favorite meal and be in it and feel so good about it. That's how I feel when I wake up in the morning, having very restful and deep sleep. I wouldn't say I had problems sleeping before, but now the quality of sleep is so much better, higher, with the using Alavida and Aeon. Aeon is more for stress relief. So let's say you had a difficult day, you were juggling too many things, and you really want to get that rest. So I would put that Aeon patch on, and next day I feel amazing. It kind of knocks you out, and if you really truly can relax, because oftentimes what happens when we are in a day-to-day living, when you go to sleep, you're still processing all the events of the day, and you still are in it. So what Aeon allows you to do, kind of to unplug, let your mind relax, and let your body actually experience that relaxation that we so need. And with Alavida allows you to have better skin. So I did notice improvements in my skin appearance. Fine lines are disappearing, and I have more clarity. I don't know, more brightness. So that's what I've been experiencing. How about you, Bunny?
Well, I'm like you, Irina. I always thought consider myself a great sleeper, but my husband and I have found he leans into the Eon for sleeping at night because he has a very busy brain and he gets the most restful sleep. And then I lean into the Alavita because I get just a nice, deeper sleep and I wake up refreshed. And back to what you said, people have been asking me, my own sisters, in fact, what are you doing? You're looking so terrific. As you said, the fine lines and wrinkles are going away. I've even had those little blue lines that are on your legs fading away, the little spots on the back of the hand fading away. I just love Elevate. I know it does more than a pretty face. That's what I know. And again, there's no pills to this. It's just a simple little round, I call them sticker patch, almost looks like a band aid. And you place it on. And what happens is it stimulates the body to do what it would normally do, kind of like a needleless acupuncture. So there's no needle, of course, but it's stimulating the body with our own infrared that would come out. It's redirecting it back into our body. And the company has a lot of research behind this, but the proof is in the pudding when you try it. And I always say wearing's believing. These things are just really amazing. Now, what happens when we don't get enough sleep? And it's a bit scary. We age faster. And so, can you speak a little bit to this, Irina, with any of your clients that have been consistently sleep deprived?
Yes, that's how stress occurs. In fact, it's not some random event that just happens, but it's continuous neglect of your needs on a day-to-day basis. When it comes to sleep, sometimes people say, oh, I can just operate on 3 hours of sleep and I can just run. Yeah, maybe on the outside, on the surface level, but if you look deeper, if you study yourself longer over longer periods of time, you don't know what kind of damage you are doing to your system by reducing your natural sleep cycle.
Mhm. I
So it
couldn't
could
agree
have
more.
detrimental effects over longevity. Like you said,
Mhm,
we age faster when that happens.
mhm,
So
mhm,
so true.
mhm. Yeah, most of us are thinking we want to live a long, healthy life, but without sleep, without the proper time for your body to rest and rejuvenate, uh, other issues can start coming up. Um, I would just say, whatever it takes, make sure you get a good night's sleep. And taking some of the, let's say, pills that are out on the market, one has to be very careful to find something that is not going to cause you a where you're going to it every single night. We don't know how it's going to react with the body in the long term. It really, if you're finding yourself not sleeping for a few nights, you can ask yourself some questions. Well, is it something going on in my life, stress related? Is it something that I'm eating at night? Am I not creating a ritual for bed? And if I do need a sleep aid, how to choose something like this, the LifeWave Silent Nights or Eon or Alavita, so that I'm not harming my body. And that's the main thing, because we all want to live long and live well, don't we? Now, here's again the clinically proven Alavita. It is actually clinically proven. So that's the other thing is, what are you putting in your mouth? My mom always used to ask me that, Irina. She was a nurse, and she said, "Don't put anything in your mouth unless you know what it does." And I
That's
always
a
thought that
good
was pretty
advice.
wise advice. What is this? I don't care if it's just an aspirin. What does it actually do to the body? And so that was a really, really good thing she taught me. Now, here's something I put: distress or distress. What happens if I stay physically distressed? You're going to grow older quicker. And here's something that, Irina, I'd like you to share your experience with your clients that you work with, how pain can cause distress.
Of course, if we go back to the pyramid of basic needs by Maslow, until you satisfy your basic needs and your physical health is right there on the ground level, and pain can have a detrimental effect on your overall well-being. If you're in pain, you're not thinking about other things like higher things. You are very basic because you're dealing with this pain that's acute, that's severe, and you gotta get rid of it, or you gotta do something to release that pain.
Hmm. Hmm. And it can be very simple, can't it, Irina? Pain can be relieved many ways, and then pain can not be relieved many ways. In a sense, people have acute pain and they can have chronic pain. And one of the most distressing is chronic pain, because people can't imagine their life without being in pain. And so when you can find something that is safe, that is one of the most important things. I believe that there's a place for Western medicine, Eastern medicine, and all the alternatives. And the main thing is Western medicine, some of the OTCs, even those can cause issues and are challenging for many, many people. And I know a friend of mine, she was using them every night, and pretty soon she had stomach issues because of it. So we have to be careful what we do put in our body. And pain is probably, I would say, the number one thing, wouldn't you, Irina, for people overall? Pain is one of the most distressing things. Chronic pain is one of the most distressing things,
Yes.
yeah, that a person could go through. Now, here's a good one. This is a freebie for everybody. Try breathing. What do you have to say about that, Irina? I know that you have so many different cool things that you teach people.
Yeah, sometimes we forget about the basics and we think it has to be rocket science, but it could be as simple as breathing, just like you said. Before taking any a big step, just remember to breathe. Remember to also be grateful. In any distressful situation, no matter how difficult something is, there are always things to be grateful for. And when you focus your attention on those things, you might suddenly find there are more things that are working in your favor. And you kind of redirect attention to those areas of your life that you have been neglecting or taking for granted.
Mhm.
So
Oh, that's
breathing and gratitude, practicing gratitude,
oh,
I think
thank
is a
you.
great way to distress.
Wow. That's really a reminder for all of us. So I think we should do something right now. I think everyone should just stop for a second and take a deep breath and hold it for a count of four and release, and then we'll go on. So, everybody, if you'll do that several times in a row, often that's all it takes to reset your brain to not be looping in stress. Sometimes it's think like a computer loop, we're just stuck. This can help you unstick. So
So true.
this is another one that I learned. This one, a friend of mine says, put your fingers together and just rub for 30 seconds. Again, what it does is it pattern interrupt with your brain thoughts because we think a lot, don't we, Irina?
That's true.
And we get those thoughts stuck. And it's like, how do you unstick them? It's something as simple as rubbing your fingers together. And you could be in a lineup with a bunch of other people trying to shop, and it looks long and someone's child could be screaming and your nerves are on edge. You can just do this. It could be your mother's yelling at you. And you can do this. This is for children too. Actually, this is a wonderful thing to teach children, just to do this. And the other thing, that's why I think with touch, petting a cat or a dog, by the way, that is another way to de-stress. For me, I pet my husband's hair. I don't have a pet cat or a dog right now.
Or giving yourself a hug.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Oh, and we can even do virtual hugs like this. And then this is my husband and my favorite way, probably. Get up off the couch, wherever you're sitting. I like walking pools. He doesn't use them. And we go for a brisk walk. It can be 15, 20 minutes, or preferably longer, half an hour. And if you're trying to lose weight, would you say 45 minutes to an hour, Irina? If you're
Yeah.
trying,
And you don't have to do it all at once. You can break it up, do like 5 minutes, morning, afternoon, and lunch.
Yeah, brilliant. You don't have to do it all at once. So my sister Brenda, when she worked for Water and Power in downtown LA, had 2 10-minute breaks. She lost like 10 pounds because on her 2 10-minute breaks, she took a power walk outside the building. She got her sunshine. She got her exercise. She was breathing a little different, broke up the day, and it helped her lose some weight. It was great. Now, health for the holidays, we've discussed a few things that you can do to de-stress and feel better through this holiday season. We're going to come on Mondays at this time just for fun to help you all have the best holiday season ever, and you can age younger, feel better. The three we talked about today are hydrating, sleeping, and de-stressing. And so just hang out with us for some more great and health for the holidays tips. You can get some recipes on my healthywealthycamper.com. And what I want to say to you is you can contact myself or Irina. We're both on LinkedIn. We're both on Facebook. And we'd love to give you a gift. And that would be a 15-minute discovery call. And we can give you in-depth, find out what you're looking for. The best gift you could give yourself or your family is health. And that is one thing both Irina and I know. I being older, that there's nothing like having health. There just isn't. And Irina, can you cap it off to share one last tip or two, or something you'd like to say to everyone?
Well, I think, like you said, health is wealth, and we gotta. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have no health, what kind of life is that? Right. So it's important to pay attention and listen to your body. Oftentimes we go through life, we abuse our body. We don't listen when we need rest. We don't listen when we need to recuperate. So we gotta tune in and listen to our body. What does it need? What kind of signals does it sending? And are you listening?
Wow, that's very powerful. Thank you so much, Irina. I look forward to seeing you. We'll be together next Monday for another Health for the Holidays and some more exciting tips for you. Okay, have a great evening or day whenever you listen to it. Make sure you reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah,
Bye bye
thank you.
now.
Bye bye.